What a massive weekend this is, obviously, for women's basketball, women's sports in general. One of the major issues facing women's sports right now is the debate, discussion topic about the inclusion of transgender athletes, biological males, in women's sports. I was wondering if you would tell me your position on that issue.
Damn, you got deep on me, didn't you? I I'm under the opinion of
Dan Zakshesky, Outkick coach, you just
if you're a woman, you should play. If you consider yourself a woman and you want to play sports or vice versa, you should be able to play. That's my opinion. You want me to go deeper?
do you think transgender women should be able to participate in
That's your question
in
you
college
want me to
basketball?
ask. I mean, you want to ask, so I'll give you that. Yes. Yes. So now the barnstorm of people are going to flood my timeline and be a distraction to me on one of the biggest days of our game. And I'm okay with that. I really am.
Yo, it's your boy Wayne. My life not yours. Don't play yourself. Pray for yourself, man. Had to tap in. These interviewers and their questionings is just getting out of hand. They're really getting out of hand now. I just don't understand why that type of question is being asked by a reporter to the head coach before a national championship game. I just don't get that at all. And I'm tired of this conversation. And then he tried to lie and say it's a huge debate or whatever the case is. It's not a huge issue. Honestly, if you really pay attention to women's sports, the huge issue is them getting paid, them being underpaid. That's really the huge issue, and that's always been the huge issue. This is their issue. When I say their, I mean the people that like to fuel this type of controversy. That's all I'm saying by that. Now, as far as the trans community, you definitely should not be harmed. You shouldn't be attacked. People shouldn't bully you. I'm not with none of that. I agree. But when it comes to science and biology and how things really work, I'm not really willing to have a conversation whether they should be playing with people who are, how do I say this, superior to them physically. On a scale of science, if you look at what a man is and what a female is, their body structure, the muscle tissue, how the testosterone, if you look at everything compared to those bodies, it's different. They're different bodies. They're different mechanics. One is severely, and I'm not saying that to have a whole sexist woman versus man thing, but we're just talking about science, bro. There's a reason why there's weight classes and different divisions and all these type of things when it comes to just men fighting. That's just the facts. So you want to confuse more people by trying to give energy to a dead conversation by asking her that? And honestly, I like Don's response because she replied in the best way possible. You know, she did a PC reply. I don't believe she believes that shit, but which is fine. That's her opinion, and that doesn't make her less of nobody. If she said what she said, let it rock. She said, okay, I'm cool with them. If they want to come and play sports and they identify as a woman, certain sex, vice versa, they can play. Because if she would have said anything else, it would have been a bandwagon of attacks. And just like she said, even with her saying that, it's already news. You see, I'm talking about it. So I don't know, man. I personally think now going forward, they should screen some of these questions that's being asked by reporters on post-game media days or whatever the case is, because that question has nothing to do with the game. It has nothing to do with the game. And I'm sure they asked them about the game multiple times, but asking people that is, to me, is ridiculous. We got Caitlin Clark, we got Juju, we got Paige, we got the whole South Carolina being undefeated. We got Angel Reese. We got all these bright young women playing the game, and then we're gonna shit on their national day because y'all want to talk about this transgender stuff. That's not cool, and that's not fair for them. Everything's not about you. And everything shouldn't be the center around it. So I appreciate Don's reply. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the whole transgender sports integration system because going off science, it doesn't make sense. It's just not possible. Like, come on, bro. It's not possible. Certain things we just need to be where they are. And I know what my logic would be is, hey, maybe all the transgender people should start their own league together. But, you know, there's not enough of them. That would be the argument. It's not enough of them. The population isn't like that, so I get it. But to force yourself into another, like, you know, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. It happened a couple years ago. I actually did a video on something like this a couple years ago. It was an MMA fighter, and had a complete sex change. Didn't tell nobody initially, and was just beating the dog shit out of women, biological women. He's a biological male beating the dog shit out of biological women. Nobody knew. So once they found out, women had the choice to not fight him or fight him. A couple of them, I think 2 of them did, got the dog shit beat out of them. And then after that, no one else fought him. And then I believe that he tried to sue the league or try to like go on this little press run, you know, and it was just like ridiculous to me. It's like, bro, why are you mad because you can't beat up women? That's some wild shit to me. But I don't know, man. How do y'all feel, man? How do y'all feel about this whole conversation? How do y'all feel about Don's response? Was it out of line? Should these questions need to be screened? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.